You then may also have a couple of players chirping in your ear. You then may also have one of your team or the fourth official in your ear. And all of a sudden you've got quite a lot of noise that you have to filter and process through.
I really want people to understand and feel the layers that goes into a decision on the field.
Okay.
So would you mind just sort of going through, like, I see an incident, I think this,
Break it
then
down
I
a bit
speak
more.
to the assistants, then the VAR gets involved, then I've got 7 voices, then I vet all the way through to then a decision is made. I just think we won't speak. It just gives people a real understanding actually of the depth and the number of layers involved. Is that all right?
Yeah, of course.
Brilliant. So whenever you're ready.
Okay, so the situation would happen on field. And then in that split second, you're trying to make a judgment on what level of contact there is, how that's impacted on the player either staying on his feet or falling over, what the current guidelines and expectations are for that particular situation. So is it a push? Is it a tackle? Is it a handball offence? If it's close to your assistant, are they going to have an opinion because they've got a better view? So all that happens in a millisecond. You then are either saying, no, play on, or, yeah, that's a penalty. If you stop the game, then is there a discussion needs to take place then? Is it a yellow card? Is it a red card? What are the considerations you've got to use then? And again, the framework of expectation, but more importantly, the framework of the law comes into play. So again, that's another millisecond. So all this is happening in the space of a second or two. And then once you've actually come to a decision, you've not only got VAR in your ear saying, we're going to have a look at that, because that's the automatic thing that happens under the process. You then may also have a couple of players chirping in your ear. You then may also have one of your team or the fourth official in your ear. And all of a sudden you've got quite a lot of noise that you have to filter and process through. And again, this is all in the space of a second or two.
And then once VAR get involved, how many voices are you hearing then? Is it just you and one other, you and 2 others?
You and one other.
Right. And how do you have a conversation with them to not be swayed, if you know what I mean? So it just remains that they're giving you more information, but it's still your decision.
Yeah, so really the conversation shouldn't be too extensive between on field and in the studio. So the purpose of VAR is to establish whether that's a clear error. So they need to understand why you've given that decision, but they would have picked that up in real time anyway. So then they're trying to objectively look at those pictures to determine, has what's been decided already clearly wrong? So there's limited conversation between the two, but even them just saying, I'm checking that, or I'm going to ask you to go and look at the screen, but I need to just quickly check if there's an offside or a foul before I ask you to give a penalty, potentially. That whatever you're asked to do, that final decision always rests with us.